beneficial and we don't know, and acting like we do have all of those answers, it is not right. So then it's more about me looking at the safety of stuff. If you want to go try turmeric, you want to go try going to the desert, you want to try doing whatever it is that you believe, right or wrong, if it doesn't get in the way of me giving you the best care, I'm all supportive of it. If it does, then we got to talk about it and kind of negotiate the kind of rank order of what we're going to do so that we don't hurt you.
What role did COVID play and in terms of like the overall distrust in medicine or the overall belief in medicine? What's your take on that now, looking back at it, and what has it done sort of for society as a whole and their trust in medicine?
So I guess there's a couple of things to that. I mean, one, I certainly have a biased view of this. I have a skewed view. It's from the doctor's point of view. It's from the scientist's point of view. It's certainly a skewed view. But number one, I don't think that COVID led to a distrust of doctors. I actually don't. I don't see that in my practice. I don't hear that talking to people. I think that whole thing has shifted to there's a distrust of government. There's a distrust of medical experts. There's a distrust of pharma, but really what is interesting is even data that's out there about, do you trust your doctor? Most people love their doctors. Mm-hmm. Most people really trust their doctors. When they're one-on-one, we as a society still trust. When it's an institution, right, when it's amorphous, right, when it's ambiguous, that is where trust broke down around COVID.
Is the distrust in politics, big pharma, just leave?
Literally just came to go to the bathroom.
Unbelievable. Bye, Tom.
Yep. Great to see you.
Unbelievable, bro.
Get together soon.
Okay. Is the distrust in big pharma, is the distrust in political sort of health administering, is that warranted, or like, is any of it warranted?
Skepticism is warranted, I think.
Specifically, I think from how COVID?
Scientifically, a scientific approach to something, the scientific method that we base everything in Western medicine on, having a hypothesis, gathering data, analyzing the data, is built on skepticism. You trust nothing. You test everything, right? And so I think skepticism is totally warranted, but recognition that the situation we were in, there is a huge risk of inaction. And so, everything in your own personal healthcare and in society can't be weighed in a vacuum. Everyone wants to say, we want to talk about what happened and what a bad decision it was. The Biden stimulus plan, it was a bad decision because of X, Y, and Z. But we weigh it against a sort of theoretical where we were before that. Well, where we were before that plan was not where we would have been after had that plan not happened. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I can't say that the decisions made by government officials were good or bad, but I guess I do feel pretty clearly that the people who were trying to come up with these plans in that situation, I believe deeply that they were trying to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. That they were working with limited data sets in an unprecedented situation, and they were trying to do the right thing. Were there people who tried to take advantage of it? 100%.
Yes, and people, like, there's huge examples of corporate greed.
Were there companies that tried to take advantage of it? Is there lobbying that may have influenced someone that subconsciously made them approve something? Sure, and were there missteps? Absolutely, across the board, there were missteps. I think, though, that, it's really easy to scrutinize people's decision-making from, the comfort of your own home.
Sure.
And to post what you want to post and to say what you want to say.
And looking back on it. Looking back on
retrospect.
It. Yeah, retrospect is
dude, the pressure on the folks who are actually decision makers in this thing, with thousands of people dying, with morgues filling up, like, I just, you've got to remember that these are human beings making decisions with imperfect data sets, and we don't know what happens. You will never be able to live through if the other decision was made to know if it was truly right or wrong. So, certainly bad actors, people, but it's like me saying, well, a bunch of those little pop-up shops that were testing for COVID on the street, a bunch of them kind of turned out to have shoddy testing, and like they were just doing this for money. Right. Does it mean that everybody who did COVID testing, does it mean that every pharmacy out there is malintended? Does it mean that? No, it means that there were some people.
Yeah.
And there were some really kind of people who took shortcuts to make a profit.
Yeah.
And were bad intention. And so I don't know. I mean, I tend to be I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think, somebody at